What's up, everybody? Welcome to another preview of what you're going to expect at Light It Up Expo happening. We're only about a month out now, and so again, one of the things that we're trying to do is really elevate the industry. And of course, it's going to happen. We got 4 days of Light It Up Expo coming up, but there's a lot of stuff that I feel like we can do outside of that. And so as much as I want everyone to be in the room, there's so many people that have doubts and fears and excuses, like, oh, I'll go next year, and blah, blah, blah. So, one thing we're trying to do is really promote the vendors, promote the speakers, promote what we're doing in that room to make a bigger impact. Because, of course, the real impact is going to happen in the room. But if we can get the word out and show you what you probably should be not missing out on. So, we're going to highlight some of our vendors today. We got Ryan Yamini with Corona. Is it Corona, Fiat Lux? Like, we'll talk about that. But thanks for joining me, Ryan. What's up, man?
Hey, not much, man. It's been can't believe it's February already. I mean, it's been a long month, a lot going on, lots to do, preparing for Light It Up Expo, trying to get new products in motion so we can introduce it right when the expo comes and prepare all the marketing and all the paperwork. So it's been busy. It's been busy, and it's not only consisting of work during work hours. It's stuff you got to do at night sometimes and prepping, but that's what it is. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the business and what you have to do. But we're excited to be coming out. Been watching your other videos too with the other vendors and other people. So it's pumping me up and getting me more excited so we can talk to different people. And listen, I talk to people during the day, people we do business with, whether it's contractors to our distributors, and I'm asking them, I'm like, well, you're in Florida, you're in this area, are you coming, are you not coming? Like, we talk so much, but like, I want to meet you in person. I want to have like face-to-face conversation with you and see how else we can help you. And like, I'm gearing up people that like I never heard of the expo, so like I even spoke to Darcy today. I'm like, send me the link, let me see what I can do to make this last second promotion and get more people to come. So fast-paced work to do, but hey, we got to keep pushing.
Nate, I love it, man. I think you and I connected it was either last year or the year before at one of the AOLP events.
Mhm.
And like, you were hustling, you like love your energy, love your passion. I mean, you are like, you don't have quit in you, I can tell. And so like, that's the kind of energy we want at Light It Up Expo. We want people there, and it's cool. I never really thought about this, but you just said it, and a few others too are like doing like new product unveils at Light It Up. Like, that's pretty cool. I never really like expected that. But think about the advantage if you're there in the room. Not only do you know about it, and you guys will go online and you'll talk about it, but you get to see it, feel it. Like, you get the like fast pass to success with some of these new products. So like, again, you could learn about it in 6 months on a webinar or on a Facebook post and get on a Zoom meeting with Ryan at any time. But like, there's something else about being there in person when these product launches and getting the fast pass and picking your brain. Well, what about this? And how do I program this? And how do I do this? And so I don't know. I'm so stoked. And I always get sad when I hear that people like, even me, like it is every week, almost every day. People are like, wait, what is it? I didn't know about it. I'm like, dude, I've been shouting from the rooftops for like 11 months now. So it's just going to get bigger and bigger because more people don't know about it than do know about it. The coolest thing ever is we got your support. Like, we got the support of all the major players in the industry, the service providers, the marketing companies, the AI, the hiring companies, recruiting, all this auxiliary and support. And so this is by design. And this is something I learned from Amazon. I learned it from Uber. I learned it from Netflix. See, these companies, they don't go and try to attract their customer base first, because if you attract a customer base to Uber and you got to wait 25 minutes for a car, like, it's probably not going to last. And so we're the same way. If we invite all these people and there's just like two vendors, it's like, okay, that's not that valuable. They want to be able to compare and contrast. So we have the vendors, we have the room, we filled it. And now we're starting to attract people going, whoa, I didn't know I could like go and compare all these different brands. And I can meet with all the people at the same time and experience that energy. So I appreciate your support, because if we didn't have that, it's harder to build the room. It's harder to fill the room, and it's harder to attract more people to it.
Oh, no, thank you. And you guys did a very good job with the speakers that are coming. Last second, I even said, hey, if I can even speak and say something, I want to promote smart lighting and say, hey, what's the advantage of smart lighting? If you have someone who's doing more traditional stuff, and we can really get them to really think about smart lighting and how to sell it and the profit and like the use of it, that'd be great. But if I can't even do that this year, maybe another year. But I mean, that's what I'm going to be promoting to people this year, is how much they can get out of selling smart fixtures for their customers. And Fiat Lux, yeah, Fiat Lux by Corona Lighting, Fiat Lux meaning let there be light. So that is our smart line or smart lamps of fixtures by Corona Lighting. That's what we're promoting primarily at Light It Up. Of course,
Okay, cool.
we have regular integrated fixtures and everything. We have regular fixtures. I mean, we've been around family-owned business for 30 plus years, but I want to focus on technology and letting people know that technology is out there that is reliable. A lot of people might have a bad experience about Bluetooth technology from past brands, past things, but what we want to do is prove to you that, hey, there's a reliable product there for you that you can touch, you can feel, that is going to make, going to take care of your customers, but let alone something you can make money out of. And it's just a matter of how do you sell it and how do you go ahead and put the processes behind it so you're comfortable with it. And the one reason why we want to be there, of course, support the industry, support you and your landscape lighting secret group of people, but let people know that there's support from vendors of people that you can speak to in person, that you can start having relationships with for the long run, that you'll be taken care of. And this is something that, I'm 37 years old. I've been in the business for 15 years now. It's gone by fast. I've learned a lot, but I'm still meeting so many new people. I'm getting accustomed to, figuring out what I need to do, what I don't need to do with the brand, just learning about the business and the industry. So it's been a breath of fresh air, and we just look forward to speaking to as many people as we can and educating them and bringing this business higher and higher and setting them up for success. And let's get it up for Light It Up Expo round 3 next year. We got to, you got to set the bar right now after this event is done. So yeah,
it's already in the works, baby. There is no stop over here. And I appreciate you raising your hand and saying, hey, let me know if there's an opportunity to help out, to contribute. One of the things that's hard is and it's crazy. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of support, right? So it's crazy that you're out there saying, hey, let me know how I can help. What I didn't want to do, because it's not a massive group, we're going to have 200, 220 people there. Mm-hmm. It's if we separate it, and then this speaker only has 10 people or whatever, and this one only, as we grow, I've been to these other conferences where there's thousands of people, they'll have 5 or 6 people going on at once. And then I think it makes sense to do that, because it's hey, if I want to go learn about smart lighting, because I don't really care about this in my business right now, I don't need help with recruiting, well, then I'm not going to talk about that, right? So, or if you're no, I already know Ryan, I already use the smart lighting, then I'm going to go get help with recruiting, whatever it is. So sure. We definitely got you on the list for the future, because we're going to need that. I mean, this show has already morphed from last year. We've about doubled attendance from last year. And so we've got some new things we're going to be trying out. We throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks, see what the attendees like. And we've got a variety. We've got main stage speakers. We got breakouts. We got roundtable experts. We've got breakouts during the vendor expo. We've got the actual expo. We got pre-show training. So many different ways to learn. We got people that are just coming for the pre-show classes. We got some people that are just coming for the last 2 days. And then we got a lot of people that are staying for all 4. So I would just say that if anyone's listening, don't feel like you have to do everything, be at everything. You'll increase your odds of success and finding something that you really attach to, but come in with a purpose, come with an intention, whether it's finding new product, finding a new vendor, getting marketing support, getting sales support, networking with the community, plugging into other people in other markets, whatever it is, come in with a few specific goals and make sure they get accomplished, because the opportunity is there. We've set the stage. It's the experience is going to be amazing, but now it's up to the attendees to make sure that they're getting value out of it in whatever way they're looking for.
Of course. No, everybody bring their business cards. It's a place to network with us, with my competitors, doesn't matter. Whoever it is, it's all going to help the industry as a whole, and just have, just take things up and make sure that everybody is successful with what they want to do with, everybody has a different niche of their business too. So, you got to figure out what's going to work for you and take advantage of it. So you're 100%.
Well, I'm not saying this to just say this, and I do. There is marketing technique of you want to build scarcity, you want to build FOMO, like there are things like that. When those levers hit in marketing, people buy things. But this is not a scarcity play; it's just a truth play. We're going to sell out, and there's going to be people that are messaging me saying, "Hey, dude, what's up? I know it's been a while, but like, I know I meant to get the tickets, but something happened in my business, something happened in my personal life. Like, I can't because there's literally only so many. There's the like 4 walls in the hotel room we're in. They don't get bigger. Like it's already as big as possible. So
Yeah.
like, get your tickets, guys. I'm telling you, we're at about 80% capacity. The landscape lighting pre-show class has like 5 seats left, literally 5. The permanent lighting and the advanced holiday lighting, it's advanced Christmas lights, not like what is a C9 and what is a male and a female plug, but like how to scale your business to like 500K and up. Those ones still have space, but again, they're going to fill up too. Not everybody. I just want to be very, I guess, make people aware, like not everybody is guaranteed a spot in the pre-show classes. We're including them for free, but there is limited space in those. And so like, get your ticket now. We'll send you a link. You'll be able to pre-register for that class, guarantee your spot. And earlier today, I just announced we're actually doing an outdoor audio pre-show class. So a lot of people have been asking about that. We're actually doing that on Wednesday, 9 to noon. So that means you need to get there no later than like Tuesday night. If you're doing the landscape lighting or permanent lighting or holiday lighting, you need to get there Monday night. So got a lot of options. And if you wait, you're going to miss out. That's really what it comes down to. So we just want to make sure we're getting the word out, promoting you guys. You're in Southern California. So the product, the company is Corona Lighting, but the line that you're, promoting is the Fiat Lux, correct?
Correct. Yes. Smart fixtures, smart lamps. Want to give people that good, better, best option of what they can do, whether it's color changing, color temperature changing, zoning and dimming. But there's some things that will be coming that will be surprising at the event, that will be new, that we'll be introducing with newer products that are coming, second quarter. So definitely want to tie it in because, everybody, we're in the color changing market. We want to be there, but we have a lot of people that also just like different CCT options of color temperature. So, and they want to zone and dim. So we want to give customers options of where they can stand in terms of giving that high-end option and be able to give something that's less expensive, but that's not color changing as well. So we have some things that we'll be introducing that should be very valuable for all the attendees, for them to see exactly how that can help their customer base and help them gain more newer customers. So yeah.
Cool. How is the Fiat Lux controlled? And is that's the RGB and the color temperature, right?
Yeah.
Is that
it's color
Bluetooth,
changing. It's Bluetooth mesh technology. The key thing, one of their biggest selling points, you guys don't need a special transformer. Some of the brands out there, you need a special transformer to go ahead and control everything. You don't need that. Everything is built into the fixtures or built into the lamp. Signal strength is amazing. You put special mini antennas on the fixtures, so the signal strength goes far. It's just a matter of getting the word out and people testing it and seeing exactly the benefit of that. There have been a couple brands before in the past. Signal strength for Bluetooth have just been miserable, and people lose interest, and they don't, like, oh, you have a Bluetooth fixture, Bluetooth mesh fixture, I'm not interested in that. And I'm like, no, let me change your mind. So yeah, we send samples out and people call us, or people call our reps or distributors, and they're like, how did you do that? And I'm like, yeah, like, it's gonna work. You just have to try it and give it a chance. So people see the value in that. So your pre-show, I'm very curious and I'm very interested in getting very involved with that, because I want people to go ahead and test everything and see exactly how it works, how it ties into the app, so people can download it and feel it and say, oh wow, this is very easy to pair. Like, this is a no-brainer. Like, and then that will give them the confidence to go ahead and take care of everything.
Yeah, so what he's talking about, you guys, just so you know, like during the landscape lighting pre-show class, we're gonna have about an hour. I mean, this stuff's flexible. If people are like loving one area, we'll just go into the night. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to have a stop time per se, but about an hour, 90 minutes of what I call landscape lighting playground, where there'll be a bunch of different products in the room, and like go get your hands on them and like feel them, and instead of just listening to Ryan say, "Oh yeah, my product's awesome and it does this," like go turn it on, like go play with the app, like go, you know, and test these things out. So the lighting playground is going to be awesome. Um, and it's funny you mentioned that. And what was the thing you said? You said, "Let me change your mind." Yeah,
Yeah.
I I think that should be your guys's like slogan. Let us change your mind, because I kind of resonate with that, because I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm not going to say names of products, but there was a product that like my early clients used, and like, oh, it's so awesome. And then literally like months later, like, when I said awesome, it actually doesn't work, and blah, blah, blah. And
Mhm.
so I, by association, I didn't even use this, started thinking, yeah, Bluetooth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this, you know? And so I already had that like ingrained in me. But when I hear you say it like that, it's like, you know, yeah, Bluetooth mesh technology, let us change your mind. I'm like, heck yeah, dude, I want a sample. Like, I want,
No,
let's
definitely.
go.
You have to get people excited. I mean, there might be people that are just so in tune with like Wi-Fi. I have nothing against Wi-Fi. There's pros and cons to everything, but we're not the most expensive. We're not the least expensive. We want to be in the middle with our product, with our branding in terms of pricing. So, but the whole point is to make sure that it's reliable and to make sure that people have a good experience using it. So, I've had people in the past tell me they've used a product once. They've had a very hard time using an app, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, I used it once," and you never hear back from them again, and that was the end of it. And like, what's the point of that? We, as a company, any company, wants a repeat business, and the fact that
Yep.
they're satisfied. We want to create fans. We want to create interest. And yeah, so let us change your mind if you have a doubt about Bluetooth product. That's what I'm going to be there for with my team to discuss with people. And I love to, if there's any constructive criticism back too, I would love to hear it. I mean, we're all in this business to make everything better, and definitely would love to hear any kind of feedback. And that's, as a manufacturer, like, you learn so much from people. And something I learned about from school growing up, it's don't fall in love with your product. It's not what I like, it's what the customers like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your customers need to go ahead and like the product in order to use it. So that's where we have to prove and show what it does, and gain the what's it called, gain the support and gain the trust. Trust is very important to us, and to do that, we have to put a first good impression and go ahead and make sure that things are working as is. So yeah.
All right. I'll give you permission to use the let us change your mind slogan. Just instead of like the R, like the registered trademark, just do like a RL, like with a circle, RL for Ryan Lee.
Bad idea.
Dave Smith had a good point here that I wanted to bring up. It's unfortunate, but so many don't spend time designing lighting using different Kelvins, and it's interesting topic because I'm in the camp that's probably going to get me beat up here by the lighting design community, but like when I go into a project, I think about the lighting design, of course, but I also think about like not just today, but like how is this system going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, and like, how are we going to maintain it? And so you got documentation, you got lots of different things, right? But I tend to go, you know what? I'm going to simplify my designs because of like, well, now we have varying color temperatures and this and that and the other. But now with technology, it's awesome because you can dial this stuff in without having to have this massive inventory and stuff like that, right? Because of these apps and stuff like that. So I would say as technology progresses, my opinion changes a little bit. Like back in the day, I started when it was halogen, halogen
Mhm.
lamps. I wasn't going to have varying color temperatures. I'm not going to have a whole lot of varying beam spreads. And yeah, it's not going to look as good as if someone went and dialed it in, right? But I'm an efficiency. I'm running a business here, and if I want to have a profitable business, I have to sacrifice my designs, right? But now all of a sudden, hey, now we're starting to get technology where we can dial these things in. And so I think my opinions change over time as technology reveals new opportunities.
Yeah, no, and technology's gotten with these new products, with the opportunities, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot more far advanced. I would say even a couple years ago, I would go in, I'd be developing because I do product development myself, and I the things that I would see, and I'm just like, I don't think that this is there yet in terms of specific things. But with time, I realized, okay, now this is there. I think this would be something good now to introduce to the market that is relevant, that would work, and that would help people in the industry. And that's just it. Sometimes it's timing. So, and right now it's figuring out how can we, with technology changing every day, how else do we have to adapt to the world today, and say what kind of technologies do we have to bring in to help people's businesses. And that's what I'm trying to figure out as much as I can with Fiat Lux in terms of what we can do. So, product development is one thing, but it's asking questions to you, to our distributors, to our contractors, getting feedback, and then going back to the drawing board and figuring out what's needed and what's not needed, and what we can fulfill the niche within the industry that's going to help people. So I'm very big on that. I'm going to be very big on that during your expo, in terms of talking to people about this type of things and just getting feedback and then figuring out how we can help people. So that's what I want to focus on. That's my main goal, and I'm pumped up for that.
Love it, man. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Sometimes I'm just like, is this a dream? Because I've had this vision in my head for several years now, and it's like it's happening. And I thought, man, how am I going to convince all these manufacturers and distributors to be in the same room? Like, how is this going to be possible? But everyone's just been so cool. And I think everyone realizes that the landscape lighting industry is, I've been describing it as like the this is going to offend somebody, but it's just me. The ugly girl in middle school that's about to get hot. And I think that you all see that. I think everyone sees it. Like, there's so much potential. There's so much runway and opportunity that, like, we actually need each other. We need competition, because the more competition's out there building awareness, then the more opportunity there is, right? It's not this limited pie that it was built years ago, that God didn't build a landscape lighting pie and it's only this big. It keeps growing, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And that's what's exciting, is you guys are all coming into this room, not pissed, not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to kick that guy's ass. It's like, no, we're all going to win. We're all going to win.
There's enough business out there for everybody. That's how I look at it. It's just a matter of fulfilling your niche and taking care of the people that are interested in what you have and what you like. So if you do that the right way, I think you're right. Everybody wins, and there's opportunity for everybody. So there's nothing to lose over here, and just do it with a smile. Just be happy and tell him that's it. Just everyone should be in a good mood, good spirits, and I think everyone's going to gain a lot out of it, and you're going to learn something. Maybe there's something you didn't see. Maybe there's something that you realize you want to put into your business. I mean, for me, for myself, I don't know anything about permanent lighting or holiday lighting. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about speakers. You say you're going to have these things. I'm curious to learn about it and see exactly how that part of the business is. So,
dude, it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, I have no knowledge, and because our niche is landscape and hardscape lighting. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see. Hey, how can I tie in our product line with people that are doing holiday lighting and help them put everything together as one, so then they can grow more with that category, with our category. So putting all the systems in place. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, last year we had about 125 attendees, and I think it was about 50-50. And this year it looks like it's proving to be about the same. I mean, we got more attendees, but in terms of audience, like, I think there's starting to be more and more of a division. You got like the old school lighting guys that have been doing it forever, and they're just so high and mighty, and like, not everyone's been doing it forever. Like, there's people that have been doing it 30 years are not high and mighty, but there's just that like mentality of like, yeah, it's already saturated and we don't want any more, right? And then you got these like younger, they're not always younger either. I say younger because they're newer to the landscape lighting industry, but they're not new to business. They have an existing business. They have clients that are like asking them, while they're doing holiday lighting. Like, hey, could you do, you know, because they literally steal their lights. They rob them of lights. They take their, like, this just happened last month. They took all of their Christmas lights away from them. They took their lighting, and now they go into seasonal depression. And their clients are like, but could you do something? Could I get some landscape lighting done? And they've been saying no for years. And finally it's starting to click, and the light bulbs going off going, maybe I should do landscape lighting. And so these guys are hungry. They're again young in the industry. They might have been around a long time, but they get it. They understand, they see opportunity. And now with like better marketing opportunities, more AI, there's just going to be so much potential. And Dave actually had a good comment too. Like when you drive around at night, like how many of the homes, even if you go to like a gated neighborhood, you're like baller status going to these nice homes, like how many of them are actually professionally designed and installed? I mean, even in these like badass neighborhoods, very few, like very few are actually done correctly. So that's the exciting thing for me. I'm like, guys, if we can grow this industry, build awareness, like top of funnel stuff, everyone who's in it now is only going to benefit because we have better rankings, we have better SEO, better brand recognition. Like you're going to get more sales when more people start promoting it, because not a lot, there's still so many people. I wear my landscape lighting stuff all over the place. I get on a plane, be like, oh, then they go, oh, what's landscape lighting? No one has a clue. And these are people that are sitting in first class. These are people that can afford landscape lighting. They don't even know what it is. So we got a lot of problems, but that means we all got a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, and we have a lot of solutions to those opportunities now with what we have with technology and what's out there. That's the way that I look at it.
So this permanent lighting thing is probably going to get me killed because in landscape lighting, you know the rule, like see the effect, not the source, right? And so permanent lighting like violates all forms. It's like against the outdoor lighting.
You're seeing everything, and it's not going anywhere unless you want to. Yeah, I mean, even you want to keep it the whites, okay, but you're still seeing everything on the house everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of funny because I love opportunity. I love business, and I love that if someone wants to buy permanent lighting for their house and they want to change it for the 4th of July and they want to change it for Christmas and game day, like I'm not going to go like start a riot and hold up a sign that says like, hell no, we won't go. Like I'm going to just offer them permanent lighting. You know what I mean? And so personally, I've got it on my house. Okay. We did a couple trainings at my house. I've got it at my house, but the owner of Omni he came to my house the other day. He was in town for a trade show. I said, he asked if he could ship some stuff to my house. I said, no problem. He came over at night. My landscape lighting was the only lights that were on. Okay. He's like, what? Where's the Omni? And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot he was coming. Right. And so I bleed landscape lighting. That's my true love. Right. Now I turn it on for Halloween. I turn it on for Christmas. I do that, but I'm not the guy that's like, it's not flashing colors changing every day. So I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, because if I turn it on, then, the landscape lighting gods are going to be pissed. Right. And then if I have it off, the permanent lighting gods are going to be pissed. So, but I love the look of my house when it's just, it's uplit. It's beautiful. I was literally at church. What was today? Monday. It was yesterday. And one of my neighbors goes, man, how does it feel to have the best lit house in the neighborhood? And I said, you know what? I appreciate you saying that because it feels really good. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for you guys to one up me so that I can, make some adjustments. But yeah, I'm a purist landscape lighting guy, but at the same time, we have it on the house. We'll turn it on for holidays. And I think it's perfect for that. Like, yeah, I can see the diodes, but I could see the diodes when I had my Christmas lights. So who cares,
Very valid point. I think it's just all dependent on how you sell it and what kind of, what kind of reaction you get. So I'm curious to also speak to these installers and ask them, just from my own knowledge, how do you sell these permanent lights? How do you present it to your customers? And how do you, how do people jump on it? Like how do you present it?
Dude, it's different. It's easy to sell.
Yeah.
It's easy to sell because what happened, and this is why I love the landscape lighting industry again, because you look at of all three, you got landscape lighting, holiday, and permanent. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
holiday lighting has like so much magic around it. I mean, it's got a freaking deadline. It's got Christmas,
Yeah.
right? So there's an actual scarcity. Like I can only get I have to get this done. And there's FOMO because all my neighbors have it. And if I don't do lights, what does that say about me? I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm not a happy person. I hate my life. Like there's all these really cool marketing elements to it.
Yeah.
And that's because it reached a point of saturation in the neighborhood that like tips the scale to be like, once like 40% of the neighborhood has it, you pretty much have to, otherwise you're a Scrooge. Like you're a loser if you don't get Christmas lights. So you either get on a ladder and do it yourself and then fall off and get hurt and then hire someone, or you just hire someone. Permanent lighting, dude, it's like Christmas lights on steroids. I mean, people love the fact because they don't have to go up and down. They pay for it once instead of every year. Like there's all these things, right? And so it's sweeping into these neighborhoods like wildfire and tipping the scales of demand because it's like so many people have it. Landscape lighting hasn't hit that. Okay. Because it's like I'm like the one of like 30 homes that actually has it, maybe 50 homes.
Mm.
So people aren't like, oh man, like we got to get it. And it's like, oh, Ryan has it. You know what I mean? It's just one. There's no FOMO. Like no one else, everyone else, his house looks like crap. So does theirs. Right. But once all of a sudden you get 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get 20, 30, 40% of the neighborhood, that's when you can do it. So permanent lighting is actually easy to sell. What's hard to do is hard to sell it at a nice profit margin because it kind of becomes a commodity. It's just like, well, how many linear feet you got across the front of your house? Like you can't, there's no design element. Whereas landscape lighting, oh, there's a design element. We could light this tree with one light. We could put one on each side so that you've got like a dark stripe in the middle. We could create depth by layering. Like there's a lot of stuff that we could do to now all of a sudden it's not a commodity. You're not buying a 10 light package. Excuse me. That's not what we do, right? We actually create an experience for you. So it's easy to sell, hard to sell it at a high profit margin, which is why you need good branding and there's a sales process and all the stuff that we'll be talking about at Light It Up.
Awesome. Very, very, very excited to be hearing about that and learning about that aspect. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't get excited about this stuff at all. I think lighting's boring and I don't even know why I'm going to light it up.
You're gonna sell out tomorrow just because you said that.
Well, dude, I'm just looking at the ticket sales. We got literally like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see when it does sell out. I'm telling you guys, I did when I used to do landscape lighting lives. They were a 2-day event and we didn't have any vendors. It was literally just here's how to install landscape lighting. We would sell out 50 seats, $1,800 per. Okay. Light It Up Expo, you can get a VIP ticket for $1,549. $1,549. That's for VIP ticket. That means you get 2 lunches, 2 VIP dinners, front row seatings, the recordings. Like it's a no-brainer. The general admission is only $649. Right. And you get 2 lunches with that and you get to meet all the vendors and like all it. It's almost like I think we should charge more because people are like, oh, it's probably not that valuable because it's only $649. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that the price, like finances isn't the reason you don't come. And we're only able to do that because of your support. Like if we didn't have vendors and sponsors,
I'm happy to sponsor. I'm happy because I believe in what this event will do and bringing people together. And it's I think you're going to sell out very soon, very soon. How many people do you have right now, and how many people do you need to sell out?
We got about 30 more tickets.
Wow,
maybe.
You have a month. Okay, you're gonna sell out very soon.
No, I know, because last year we had like 50% of our tickets happened in like the last couple weeks. So I'm just trying to give people the heads up here. Like if you're that person, just tell yourself this is the last 2 weeks because I don't know. I'm already like checking with the hotel, like, hey, can we get some additional chairs? Like the way I do events, like everyone's going to have a spot at the table, right? And if you're late, there might not be a table. You might be standing up, might be standing room only. So it's getting down to the wire here, guys. Okay, sweet. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, just anybody who wants to meet me at Light It Up, talk about anything beforehand, and if I can help promote Light It Up to you guys and talk to you about it more, you find me on Facebook. You can leave a comment for us, and I'm more than happy to talk about the brand, talk about what to expect from us over there, and let's help sell it out. Let's get this going as soon as possible.
All right, sweet.
In terms of that.
I can't tell if Dave's joking or not, but he might not be. Here's the deal. If anyone is on the fence and you're like, I don't know, like I got $649 plus I got hotels like $180 a night, flight. It doesn't matter what it costs you. It could cost you $10,000 to come to this thing. It's still going to be worth it. And that's pretty easy to talk about because one of the things that I do is I help people get a real return on your investment. Again, Dave might be joking. He might be serious. I have no idea, but I know there's people that ask me tons of questions and they're like, I don't know. I'll just be praying about it tonight. I'm like, what? Like, here's how to make the decision. Okay. If you're on the fence, you compare the downside to the upside. Okay. This makes every decision in your life super simple. The downside is you literally spend $649 flight, hotel, all this stuff. So let's say you spend couple $1,000. I'm making up numbers because I don't want to do math, but that's probably what it would be, right? A fair number for flight and hotel and stuff like that.
Yeah, depending on where you're coming from. 15, maybe 15 to 2. Yeah. 15.
I always I'll say worst case scenario, $2,500. Like that's probably not going to happen, but I want to give them the fair advantage. So disadvantage, you're out $2,500 and 4 days of your life. That's literally the worst case scenario. Okay. So, and then you realize, oh my God, and that's the worst case scenario. But the positive side of that is you're like, I'll never go to Light It Up Expo again. I hate Ryan Lee and I'm never going to go do these things. So now you actually learned that you're never going to do this. So when you see me making videos and you're like, crap, should I go? Should I go? No, turn it off. Don't go. So again, it's not just a waste of $2,500. You actually learn something through this process. That's the worst thing that can happen. Now you compare that to like the possibilities. What's possible? Well, maybe we have a hallway discussion and maybe I find out a little bit about your business and I find out, oh, wait, how much are you charging? Oh, have you thought about this? Have you done this? And I help you raise your price by just $25 a light. Okay. $25 a light. How many lights do you need to sell to make up for $2,500?
Yeah.
I made it easy. You need to sell 100 lights. So if you go sell 5 jobs, 20 lights each, your next 5 jobs at 20 lights each, just average, small, whatever, right? You're going to make up $2,500. But then here's the cool thing. That's your break even. The rest of your life, the rest of this year, the rest of your life, you are now making $25 a unit. So if you go sell 1,000 lights this year, you're going to make an extra $25,000. $25,000. So, I had to risk $2,500 to now make $25,000 extra per year. After 10 years, that's $250,000. No. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, that's $250,000 after 10 years. So it's literally a $2,500 investment for the potential. And that's just one move. We're not just going to help you raise your price. We're going to help you close more deals. We're going to help you get more high quality leads. Like these things compound on each other.
You network. You're here to network too. You're here to learn what new technologies, give your input. Maybe there's things that contractors might recommend to manufacturers based on what they see to improve a product. And that improvement can make a difference for something that comes out later that can help that contractor's business grow even more as a result. But you might not be able to say that unless you're at the event and see something. So yeah, being there and proximity is power. That's how I look at it. When you're around a bunch of people that are light-driven lighting geeks or people that are very into the lighting business, you're gonna learn something that's gonna benefit you some way, somehow, with product, pricing, marketing, AI, anything. So very, very valid point you bring up.
It's gonna cost you way more to not be in the room. Like you said, proximity is power. There's just too many good things happening in there for you to just like be like, I don't know, I'll go next year. I had a guy I was looking to see if I had this. I took the screenshot. He sent me this message the very first night of Expo. We had kind of like we're doing tonight. We had like an Expo. We hadn't even had speakers yet or anything like that. No formal like education. He's like, dude, I just made what could be one of the biggest connections I have in the Christmas lighting industry. Let's see what the next 10 months brings. So like, that's the proximity is power. We've had, you could meet your new potential business partner. I mean, there's so many possibilities. That's why I say like weigh the downside of the upside. And I do that not just for like an expo, but like almost every decision in my life. I'm like, should I move? Should I do this thing? Should I do whatever? It's like, just compare those things. And that helps give you some guidance because everything's a risk. Everything's a risk. And the people who are willing to take these like educated risks always get results faster because sometimes they don't work out. And sometimes you don't learn the thing or meet the person or whatever, but now you know what not to do. Right. So you have to take a risk. Is it riskier coming or is it riskier staying home and missing out on the potential opportunity? That's the way I view it.
Amen.
All right, man. I want to go get some dinner. What are you going to eat for dinner tonight?
Probably some Persian kebabs or something like that.
Oh, dude, I saw your message. I'm leaving Saturday morning, I think. So I'm going to miss out on the Persian kebab night.
Yeah, I'm here. You know, I drive back Saturday afternoon. You might as well. People are staying through the weekend. My treat for ALP members. I will treat them. Give them a taste of some good spice, some good food. So
can you just like warm some up for lunch one day and bring it in to us or something like that?
And there's places in Orlando. There's places around that have these type of things. We'll talk about it more.
All right, let's
do it. You gotta eat good food too, man. We gotta be cultured. Come on, man. So you gotta enjoy it.
I mean, dude, we're all about it. I mean, we talk about all this other business stuff, but we know that people come to our events for the food and the shirts, and then they happen to make an extra, you know, couple $100,000. But it's really they're not coming for that. They're just coming for the food and the shirt. So.
Well, you got to keep everybody to have plenty of protein and energy so they can pay attention. So
exactly,
keep everybody working. Yeah. So there you go. It's all in effect altogether.
Ryan, I appreciate you, my man. You guys, if you want to check out Ryan, check out Fiat Lux by Corona. What's the best way to do that?
Best way to do that, message me on Facebook. Send me a direct message to Ryan Yamini. Honestly, I'm very personal to talk to, learn about your business. You can email me to ryan@coronalighting.com, but connecting with professionals and contractors right now has been very valuable for me through just a Facebook direct message and just connecting on a phone call or an email and just hearing what you need, hearing your pain. If you have a pain, if you need it to be solved, or just something that you need help from me that I can educate you about to help you with your jobs and your business. So don't be shy. And if not, I'll see you guys in person at the expo, and looking forward to connecting and having a good educational experience. And yes, proximity is power. I'm going to use up a lot of that more. Be around a lot more like-minded lighting professionals, manufacturers, etc., and you will get the benefit from that in the long run. You
don't know until you know. So like I said, maybe you come, you hate it, you hate me, all that. I'm willing to take that risk. You got to be willing to take that risk. So hope to see you guys there. It's in Orlando coming up. Go to lightitupexpo.com. If you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. If you need me to threaten you, starve you, force you to come, if you need accountability. I mean, some people are weird, you know, some people need that stuff. But Ryan, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Corona for stepping up as a sponsor, being there as a vendor. And it means a lot. So really appreciate you, and looking forward to seeing you here in a few weeks.
Thank you. Have a great evening. Take care, guys.
Okay. See you, Ryan.
See ya. Bye.